Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Mathis again. We are in 2.3, okay, and we're looking at the exercise questions in 2.34. Now, remember, these are questions that you're not Googling. You're not Googling these questions. You're answering these questions based on the data that Codehs provided. Okay, so let's kind of go through these problems. These problems are just kind of just for us to kind of practice filtering and sorting. So, who are the women who have made significant contributions in the field of science? Okay. Now, if we look at the columns name, field, country, birth year, notable achievement, how can we figure out science? So, if we look in the field column, right, we do see science there. Okay. So, we should try to filter. So, there's a couple ways you can filter. One way, press the button, press this arrow, this kind of triangle facing down, and go to create filter. Okay. Now we click these three lines right here, and we can clear them all, and we just can kind of type in science, right? And as you start typing in, whatever's in the column will start popping up. Click on it. Okay, and now we have the two people that made significant contributions in science. So this is just a data set full of women who have made significant contributions. So anyone on this list made significant contributions. As you can see, Nobel Prize, discovery of DNA structure. So obviously those are significant contributions. All right, so let's now we can go back. We can remove the filter. Now we're the same. Let's move on to the next question. Who are the women on this list who were born after 1980? So obviously we're gonna try to filter this birth year. So you can click this triangle that's facing down. We go to create a filter. Right? These three lines. Click that, and now let's filter by condition. Okay, we can move out the way. They have they have a lot of things you can look at. Okay, since these are not dates, years are just really like numbers. So greater than or equal to 1980. Okay, press OK. What do we get? These three women. Okay, that's this question. All right, so now let's go back. Let's remove the filter. Who was on the list for a former U.S. Supreme Court justice? Now, obviously, we can't find out through these four names. Unless you are familiar with the U.S. Supreme Court, you'll know. But if not, you want to go through the data to find out. Okay. So let me move this over just a bit. We're going to filter like we've been doing. Create a filter down. Okay, so oops, I didn't mean to do that. All right, so now let's filter by values. Okay, we're gonna clear all. And so let's type in supreme, right? It recognizes even the text, even in the middle of the right of the phrase. So we click on that. Okay. Up we have one person, and we can scroll to the left. We see Ruth Bader Ginsburg. All right, now let's remove that filter. Okay. And let's do who is the youngest woman on the list. All right, so let's look at birth year. We can sort the birth year from A to Z or Z to A. So the youngest would be Z to A. That will give us this at the top, 1997 at the top of the list. Okay. And if you was looking for the oldest, you can go A to Z, and the oldest will be at the top of the list. Okay. Now, when you're sorting, let me remind something too. when you're sorting, you may want to freeze this first column. Okay, freeze column 1. So when you sort, it won't actually go with it. All right, and it could actually, let's see, I'll show you, and then it won't change when you sort. All right, so there's 3 more questions to go. What did you come up with to create a filter for on your own? Okay, what did you learn from it? All right, so create your own filter. What did you learn from it? Now sort something. What did you learn from it? And now what did you what challenges did you face throughout this activity? If so, what were they? This kind of helps me get a really good idea if you struggled, and we can support you in some way, trying to figure that out. Now you're writing your answers on Codehs, okay, and you're writing your answers here on Codehs. All right, please, any questions, please ask.